All right, I'm so excited to be here with you. This is part 4 of my People Pleasing Detox series, and I'm really excited to dive in. But first, if you are new to this part of the world, my name is Jennifer Hines, and I am a life and mindset coach for busy professional women and really love working with women to help them find their purpose again, to overcome these patterns of people pleasing, procrastination, and perfectionism, to really put themselves back on their own priority list and live the life that they really wanted to live. So, again, if you're just joining, this is part 4 of my People Pleasing Detox series, and I am Jen, your certified life coach. So, what we're going to talk about today is saying no with confidence without spiraling into the guilt. Okay, so I want you to think about, have you ever said no and then immediately felt like you had to explain, apologize, or make up for it? You lay in bed, like replaying the situation in your head over and over and over again because you feel like you're hurt somebody's feelings or you let somebody down. You wanted to protect the peace, but the guilt is really weighing you down. So we're going to break that down today. But first, I always like to kind of share a story to make it a little bit more relatable to you. I'll never forget the first time I gave a clean, like unapologetic no. I had been always been the person that had to over explain when I said no or I couldn't do something to help somebody out. I would, but I'm so busy and I've got the kids and blah 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 blah, right? And this time I simply said, I'm not available for that, but thank you for thinking of me. And then I shut my mouth. And then I sat in the uncomfortableness for a minute because I know that I'm only going to be uncomfortable for a couple of seconds. It's going to move through my body. And setting that boundary really made me feel good and it protected my emotional, mental, and physical well being. And the silence felt really loud, but also very freeing. The world didn't fall apart. The person I was talking to was like, okay, sounds good. I'll reach out next time. No one hated me. Her and I were good, and I felt powerful, peaceful, and in control. That was the day that I realized I can say no without guilt, and so can you. So let's break it down a little bit. Guilt is a sign of growth, not wrongdoing, when you say no to protect your own peace. Feeling guilt doesn't mean that you did something wrong. It means you're breaking an old rule, an old pattern, an old behavior that kind of kept you stuck. Okay? Saying no also doesn't make you rude or unkind. It makes you clear and it makes you honest. And honestly, people respect boundaries more than over explaining. It doesn't mean they're always going to like your boundaries at first, especially if it's a boundary that you're newly setting with somebody that's been in your life for a long time. You don't need a reason to set a boundary or to say no. Let me say that again for those in the back. You don't need a reason, okay? No is a complete sentence. But if you want support, here are my favorite go-to no scripts. I'm not available for that right now, but thank you for thinking of me. That's not something I can take on right now. I'm focusing on rest and recovery, so I'll have to pass this time. Practice is going to build muscle, right? Just going to the gym for the first couple of times and your muscles are like, I can't do this anymore. Your body's going to feel the same way when you start saying no. But as you practice it and get more confident in it, it gets easier and you stop feeling that uncomfortableness at the end. Okay? And again, you're not going to feel confident right away, and that's okay. But every time you say no with honesty and love, you reclaim a piece of yourself. And I always feel like I have to say this, but when I'm teaching you how to say no, it's as a people pleaser. It's because you don't want to say yes to everything. It's for those yeses when you're saying yes and it impacts your physical, mental, or emotional well being. It's to say no when you feel like you're going to be resentful if you say yes, okay? I am not in any means saying to not be kind and do the things that you really in your heart have the capacity and bandwidth for that you know are not going to impact your physical, mental, and emotional well being. Teaching you how to say no is for those times when you're going to feel resentful or it's going to impact your well being, okay? So, and if you're ready to stop spiraling every time you set a boundary and really want help feeling clear and grounded in your nose, I'd love to support you. I offer a free life assessment session where you and I will connect on the phone. They're usually anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, depending on what you have going on. What this is not is a high pressure sales call. I am not going to like pressure you into working with me. You and I will just have a phone conversation. I'm going to kind of guide you through a couple of questions in different areas of your life. and kind of see what I can do to help. So just like I'm a physical therapist, and if you would come to me with a knee injury, I would do an assessment and then tell you a treatment plan. That's what I do on these calls. I do an assessment by answering like a guided set of questions, and then I'm going to give you a treatment plan. And that treatment plan is going to give you a couple things that you can do right now, whether you work with me or not. And one of those options may be for us to work together, and then it's up to you to decide, and we can help do that together if you want to move forward with that. So I do offer group coaching, and I also offer private one-on-one coaching. So if you're at that point, you've been following me for a little while, or you're like, Jen, I'm really struggling with people pleasing or boundaries or struggling with other areas of your life, just set up the free call. Again, it's no pressure at all. It's going to feel like you're talking to your best friend in a coffee shop, but it's a best friend who can give you some answers, give you some directions, and really help you. Okay? And together we're going to talk about what's been holding you back and build a personalized plan for more peace, confidence, and clarity. So thank you so much for being part of the People Pleasing Detox. This is part 4 of 4. If you have not watched the other 3, you can just comment People Pleasing wherever you're watching this from, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or in my email. And I will make sure that you get the whole 4-part series so that you can start diving into people pleasing. And just remember, you are allowed to say no. You are allowed to disappoint someone else without abandoning yourself. And you are allowed to take up space in your own life. I'm proud of you for being here, and if you're ready to go deeper, book your session with me. I'm here when you are ready, sending you so much love and strength. I will see you again this time next week here on Facebook and Instagram.